Hey guys, so we are back again with another reading. This one is going to be what do they think of your social media? This one is a great reading to do if you're in any kind of no contact situation. This could be someone that maybe you're talking to them online but you haven't met in person, or it's an ex that you're not talking to anymore, or it's a soulmate, but you're kind of separated by distance for whatever reason. But the point is, when they look at your social media, what are they thinking of you from your online presence? So basically analyzing like your Instagram, your Facebook, or whatever you have out there, what are their thoughts about you as you currently are presenting on social media. So I hope that kind of explains it. We are going to get into it. I ran out of food today, but I'm having more shipped and it should arrive shortly. But for today, we're gonna go with our crystal hearts. We're gonna start from the carnelian, which is number 1. And then the clear quartz is number 2. I forget which one this is, but it's kind of like a black blue crystal. And then number 4 is the jade. So go to whichever one is calling you. If you can't decide right now, you can always close your eyes, kind of try to clear your space. You can always imagine yourself surrounded in a bubble of white light. And try to clear your head as much from any worries or anything you have going on. And then see which one immediately comes to mind. You could look for a color or the name of the crystal or a number, 1, 2, 3, 4. But see which one pops into your head and then go with that one. And of course, anytime you feel called to one, that's usually like immediately, that's usually one of the most powerful readings you can do. Your spirit guides might have been like directly shouting in my ear for that reading in particular. We all have readings that are going to resonate stronger than others, where maybe our spirit guides were like, wait a minute, I gotta get in there. I gotta, take over this one. But so yeah, if you're feeling called to one, go straight to that. And if it's taking you a little bit longer to decide, that's okay, but it just might mean that some of the messages, might not resonate quite as strongly, but they're still intended for you. So with that being said, I will be quiet now and let you guys decide. Okay, so hopefully you guys had time to decide. So let's go ahead and jump into pile 1. Hey, pile 1. So if you guys picked this beautiful red carnelian stone, this is going to be your reading. So I pre-pulled some cards for you guys, and all I gotta say is wow. I got some cards I was not expecting, so let's get into it. You guys got the Ace of Cups, you got the 8 of Wands, the 3 of Cups reversed, the Ace of Wands reversed, the Death card, the 10 of Cups reversed, the Hermit, the 7 of Swords reversed, and the 6 of Wands reversed. So this was not what I was expecting to come through in this reading, but I am definitely getting a little bit of vibes of like infidelity or someone being married to someone else. So maybe this would only apply to some of you because it's very specific, but I almost feel like, I don't know if it's you or this person, but it seems to me like someone might be in a relationship. And there's like this desire to come forward, but then they are in a relationship or you're in a relationship that's being blocked because, again, I always do this with Spirit. I always ask Spirit like these specific questions, and then they just talk about what they want to talk about. So I was asking about their impression of your social media, but it seems like they just want to bring up this marriage situation. So I'm not sure if you guys are married. I'm kind of feeling like the other party is married. And anyway, they're bringing that up as like a major block. Like that is preventing them from kind of coming forward. I feel like they would like to initiate action with you, but then they can't. So them being married would kind of make a lot of sense for that. But they have a lot of emotional connection to you. I think how they perceive you is as, first of all, single. They perceive you as being like single, and I feel like they think of you in a very romantic or sexual sense. But then there's this marriage situation kind of blocking things, kind of putting a wrench, or like a wrench in the machine, or whatever the phrase is. So let me get some more cards and try to see what more about how they perceive you. But I feel like, I feel like they see you as like a temptation is what I'm getting. I also feel like they feel discouraged that this isn't going to work out the way they wanted, but I can see them kind of constantly looking at your social media, even though they know they shouldn't, and they tell themselves that kind of a thing. Like, this is more like a forbidden fruit vibe that I'm getting, if I can shuffle these cards. Like, it seems like you're kind of off limits, but that this person kind of likes that, I guess. So let me get some more cards. Spirit, what is their impression of their social media? What is Pile 1's person impression of their social media? Okay, so we got the World, Door to Romance, Door to Value. Wow, so this person sees you bringing a lot of potential to their life. We got the Journey card and the third chakra Archangel Chamuel. So that rules over the heart chakra and really is, the angel of love. So I do think this person has like emotions towards you. And we also got fourth chakra Archangel Raphael. So this person really has a lot of love towards you, but there's also deceit. I feel like this is really interesting energy to read, and anxiety. Let me try to listen to Spirit and see what they're saying. I feel like this person wants you to know that they really care about you and they really do like you, but forces are preventing them from coming forward. So for some of you, this might not be that this person's in an affair, but maybe they are just talking about that they had imagined a future with you that would involve marriage and stuff, because they're bringing up marriage and family and like weddings a lot, but then it's all reversals. And also they're bringing up the card that alludes to like a third party affair type situation. So I mean, it could be that just they had imagined, marrying you, having a wedding and all this stuff, having kids with you, and it's blocked. But I feel like for many of them, they might be in another relationship or you might be in another relationship, but this is something that they just really want to talk about. I feel like what I'm getting is it might be them in another relationship, because I almost feel like the energy they're trying to tell me is like someone explaining themselves. Like, they're coming in kind of being like, okay, so I know it looks this way, but actually it was this. I promise I blah, blah, blah. It's almost like they're trying to say that they didn't do whatever you think they did, or they didn't lie to you the way you thought they did. I don't know how honest that is though. Like, I feel like it's almost like an apology type energy, but it's not an apology. It's like someone trying to, like say a story, kind of like if you were caught, trying to steal something from a convenience store and you were like, listen, I didn't really do it. I forgot my wallet and I forgot that I had to pay or something. Like, I don't know how honest this person is being, but I feel like the message they're wanting to convey to you, and I think this part is honest, is that they do have really intense feelings for you. They're very much sexually attracted to you, and they have this huge desire to come to you. That is coming in really strong. I would think that they would probably check your social media quite a lot, because I think that they really dream, like honestly fantasize like intensely. Sorry about that, guys. I had a super important phone call that I had to take. So anyway, in the time that I kind of was taking a break, I was thinking on this and meditating on it, and I was getting a lot of different scenarios. So for some of you, this might have been someone that you were with in the past, like an ex situation, and they like quote unquote moved on, but they are still checking your social media or whatever, but they are like technically married or with someone else, but they clearly still have feelings for you. It also could be that this is someone that you met when they were married, or also you might be married, but I'm getting more for a lot of you that this is their energy that's the married one, or their energy that's in this kind of union with someone else. Or it might have been that, I don't know, but there's some third party that somehow like came in at some point in time and entered this. And I feel like this person is presently linked with this person. So however that came about, it could be, a few different ways. And whatever resonates with you, just go with that, leave the rest. But yeah, I am definitely getting that this person might be linked to someone else, but they're very much thinking of you all the time. It could even be also for some of you that this person is dating multiple people, like they're not married, but they are dating. But I really feel like there's this third party coming in for a lot of people. Like there is this third party, and what this person really wants to say is that they really care about you the most. I just heard in my head, I think about you all the time. So I feel like, I hate to say it because obviously it's like horrible for this third party, whoever this is, but I feel like this person, they want you to know that you're like the top dog. Like you take precedence over their partner. They think about you way more, and they're much more interested in you than their partner. So yeah, I mean, I'm just the messenger, not endorsing anything like that, but just saying that that's what they want me to communicate to you. I feel like maybe that's where this deceit comes in. Like, I feel like they are not honest with their partner. I feel like their partner knows about you, though. I don't know how, but I feel like for many of their partners, like, again, if you're the ex, they could have met, this person and, been like, oh, I had an ex. She treated me so badly. She broke my heart or whatever. Or they just, how sometimes someone will be telling you like they're over their ex. If you've ever been on a date or something and they're bringing up their ex all the time and you're like, well, you seem like you're still into this person. I don't know why you keep bringing them up, at every opportunity. So I feel like people can tell, get a vibe, and maybe this person knows, or they've seen their partner looking at your Instagram or something. But I feel like this person, they are definitely like tied up with someone else, and they see you as being single. So I don't know if you are single, but in their mind, I think they see you as like open, or that if they came to you that you would be receptive, kind of a thing. So I think that's one of the reasons why it's very hard for them to hold themselves back from coming to you, because there is this feeling of like, if I was to make a move, this person would be open and accept me or whatever. And so it's very tempting for them. That is very like, that would be amazing for them. I feel like they fantasize about you a lot in a lot of ways. So I had actually, I pulled some cards from my food deck, which I just started using. And so we got the Queen of Sweets, the Queen of Sides. So they definitely, like I was saying, they view you as like the top dog, or like in charge, or as, kind of the queen over like their partner. Like you're the one who is, they kind of idealize you. Like I feel like they don't see any flaws when it comes to you. You know what I mean? They kind of have a little fantasy life of like what life would be like with you. And then we got the Holy One. So I feel like there's a lot of sexual attraction that they have towards you, and they do think about you in very sexual terms. But again, with the idealization, like they might see you as being kind of innocent, young, just perfect. Like this person might have if this is someone from your past, it might have been at a time in their life when they were younger and kind of, more of a like young love type energy that you guys had, but they see you as very like sweet and pure, and there's just this youthful energy coming through. Like, this is how they perceive you. Maybe they perceive you as, also, if this is someone who's married and has been married for a while, like they met you when they were already married, they see the idea of being with you would be like almost returning them to their youth, which I know is a reason a lot of people have affairs and stuff, is because they want to have that kind of like new exciting thing, because it can be difficult being married with the day in, day out of like picking up the kids from school and having the same type of meals and going to work, and it's just very routine. And I feel like they see you in whatever way that, whatever situation this is, because it's a general reading, but they see you as like their access to youth, or to like this exciting kind of youthful lifestyle. I don't know, you guys might live in like an urban situation, like an urban major city or something, or I feel like maybe your Instagram is like fun, like your social media shows you guys having fun, because that's what I'm just getting, is this person sees you as very fun, very lighthearted, very like life of the party. And I feel like they crave that in their lives, and so seeing you embody that energy really makes them like want you all the more. Like, you might be posting just an innocent photo of you out to like brunch with your girlfriends, and everyone's fully clothed in like, dresses that cover everything, but to them that's like a really hot photo, because they're like, oh my god, like it would be so, like it's doing a lot for them, because they see it as, again, this kind of fantasy of having fun and excitement. And you might be like, oh, it's just a photo of me with my friends, like there's nothing risque or sexual or sexy about that photo, but to them, they love that you have this kind of fun energy, and that's very sexually alluring for them. So let me get some more cards. Can you tell us, how does door? Okay. So yeah, like I was saying, oh my god, that just flew out. Younger woman. And that's so weird. That's the first time that has ever happened. Younger man flew out at the same time. That's actually really creepy. And that's literally exactly what I was just saying, is this person, I feel like they view being with you would make them younger somehow. And I feel like that's because, I'm guessing it would be, more of like a fun, youthful lifestyle. I think this person kind of regrets getting married. People get married for the stupidest reasons ever. Like, there are celebrities I can think of that I feel like weren't over their ex, so they got married to someone simply to like rub it in their ex's nose. And as crazy as that sounds, like people do stuff like that. People marry someone else because they want their ex's attention. It's like, I can't think of any stupider way to get someone's attention than to legally link yourself to someone for like the next 20 years of your life. But some people don't think these things through, and they're impulsive or whatever. So people get married for all kinds of reasons. And I feel like this person is really regretting it. It's almost like they view you as like a door or a portal to that different kind of life they could have had, or they want. That would be, them having fun and enjoying themselves and not being so stuck in routine. So we got haystack, karma. You will reap what you have sown. Ooh, that's kind of harsh. I feel like that might be a warning to you or to them that, it's important how we treat the third party. Like, I don't think it's not your fault. I mean, if you don't know this person and you've never met them, like, then you're not doing anything wrong by like living your life and having this person check you out on social media, but they're doing something wrong. And if they tried to link you into this, I feel like it would maybe be wise to tell them that, they need to figure this situation out before you guys can be together, because I just think that that, to me, I'm getting that that's a warning from spirit, just that, like I said, you're not doing anything wrong, but I feel like this person would love to kind of make you, like, bring you into this. And yeah, and we just got finger warning you of a problem either now or in the near future. So again, for those of you where this person is just like a silent lurker and they're never going to approach you, then you don't have to worry, because you're not doing anything bad. Like, if someone, you can't control someone lurking on your social media. But if this person were to approach you and try to get you to have an affair with them or something, I feel like the wise choice would be telling them to resolve this situation in a respectful way first, before you would be willing to link up with them. But they definitely see you as like the center of their universe. I also think we got Queen of Sweets because, again, I think this person is really tempted by you. I feel like, to them, you are like this like piece of cake, like this, cake, and they are on like a low carb Atkins diet or something. Like, I can just see someone like pressing their face up to a cake display at a bakery and being like, oh my God, I want it so bad, but I can't have it. So I think that, there's this like temptation energy. I almost feel like this person has probably tried to stop themselves checking your social media several times. Like, they might have deleted Instagram or something like that, and then it's like they're re-downloading the app, or they're finding out that like, oh, there's, those websites where you can view people's stories anonymously. They're like Googling that, and then like, okay, I can go to those websites, okay, and then typing your name in, and it's almost like then after they do it, they'll beat themselves up of like, oh my God, why do I keep looking at this person's social media? So it's like this person is very tempted by you. They also view you as really exciting. Like, I feel like that is coming through really strongly. Like, this person could really bring so much to my life. It's almost like this person is living in like that, that movie Pleasantville, which was like shot in black and white, and it was like really boring idea of like suburban domestic life. And again, you're like Sex in the City, at least in their mind. You would be kind of like a return to youth for them and a return to like excitement. So yeah, they see you as, I think it's, like there's this energy of, maybe that's why I kept feeling like I should use the food cards, because I feel like this person, it's like they see you as like an indulgence or something, like a rich chocolate cake or something that they should be eating health foods, and they know they shouldn't be having like a bag of potato chips, but they can't help themselves. And then it's almost like afterwards, I feel like they will kind of ask themselves like, oh my God, why did I do that? And they have like the guilt that you would feel after like a food binge or something. Like someone who has binge eating disorder or something afterwards would be so upset with themselves, for eating that way. And so it's like, I feel that, this person, and I felt like I should pull some more cards, and we got the White Knight. I think this person would love to come riding in like on a horse, like a White Knight style. Like this person would love to be, and we got the Chinese. So you guys might, be Asian or of Asian descent. You might be Chinese or another Eastern Asian country, so like Korea or Japan. I don't know, but that's come up twice. I was like, I don't know if I should read that at first because I wasn't sure about the vibe, but that might be your ethnicity or their ethnicity. But I just feel like this person, again, a lot of times like Chinese food sells a lot in like New York City and other kind of really urban centers in the US. And you can see the city out the window. I feel like this person associates you with like city living somehow. So you might picture yourself out at like, brunch or going out to eat at like cool restaurants, like hip urban type environments, you know what I mean? Kind of avant-garde places that are off the beaten track. Like you're not just eating like plain country cooking or something. Like you are trying new spots, you guys are expanding your horizons, and I feel like this person sees you as like a portal into a world that is more interesting than the world they live in. You know, maybe they're used to just eating like the same old sandwiches every single day. And then again, like I said, you are out at different restaurants and trying cool new places and eating cuisines from different cultures. But this person, like, there's so much excitement they perceive with you in your life. They see you as being very, very like exotic and a portal to kind of like a new life somehow. And I'm just noticing that we also, like, I think this is a Eastern Asian deck, the tea leaf oracle, but again, there's like the people on the deck are Eastern Asian. So again, you guys might be Eastern Asian, or there might be some kind of Asian energy flowing in this deck somehow, in this reading somehow. You guys might be into K-pop or something, I don't know. But yeah, so I figured I would mention that. But I think this person sees, you know, being with you as somehow shaking them out of their routine, shaking them out of their, you know, daily like grind of waking up and making coffee and going to work, and they see you as having a very exciting different life. So whatever you're posting on your social media, I feel like again you guys are posting this stuff and not even realizing the effect it would have, or not even realizing how someone would take it. Like you're just kind of like having fun. I feel like you guys post like lighthearted stuff. You're not posting a ton of stuff that's like necessarily trying to lure this person in. You're just kind of living your life, but this person perceives you as being very fun, as having like a lot of excitement around you, very exciting, very vibrant, just always something new going on. And they really like that about you. You know, this person is extremely attracted to you, I think on multiple levels, not just physically. I think they are very attracted to like your actual body, like the shape of your body and everything facially you have going on. This person just finds you very attractive, like physically very attractive. But they also are super drawn to your energy, and this kind of youthful, like exciting, I keep saying that word, but that's what comes to mind. But it's almost like you guys, I feel like, are just so open to the world, open to anything. You're open to trying new things, you're open to going new places, you're open to, you know, broadening your horizons. And I think this person lives a somewhat like regimented life or constricted life, and so the idea of how you live your life is very exciting. And I feel like they probably fantasize about, you know, like I think that you guys, the vibe I'm getting is someone who would be going out to cool restaurants and going out to like maybe museums or cultural opportunities. And it's not just like the same old boring places. It's not like you're just going out to, you know, get like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I don't know why you would go to a restaurant for that, but like I feel like you guys are trying new spots, going to like hip, young people type places, and this person really likes that about you. And I feel like they kind of have a fantasy that you would like introduce them to those places. Like you could teach them how to eat a certain type of food that they've never tried before. You know, like again, I keep getting like Asian kind of influences in my mind. I'm seeing someone teach someone how to use chopsticks, or teach someone how to eat sushi. I don't know. Maybe they are someone who has grown up in an area where there really isn't a ton of different places. Maybe they grew up in a place that was like a really small town and there were just a couple restaurants and they were very kind of like traditional spots or something. But I feel like this person, whatever kind of food places you like to go to, maybe you like to try foods that this person wouldn't know how to eat, or you know, where they might take a minute to be like, oh wait, this is Ethiopian food, how do I eat this? Or like I've never had Indian food, or I've never had, you know, British, like native British food or Scandinavian food or something. I just feel like the kind of places you go to, this person is excited by the idea of like broadening their horizons with you, and trying new spots. I think what they also think that like you're really cool. So the places you go to are hip and have cachet and like social value. You guys might have like a nicely curated Instagram where you are, posing in like cute outfits and you're going to like hot spots and you're, maybe you're like hair, nails, whatever is on point, or you're just going out to places that kind of are like something new, something fresh. You're not just going to the same old, regular spot that everyone else goes to. You guys are like trying different things. If there's a new restaurant that opens, you might be that person that like is there opening night or is there within the next 2 weeks, and you tell your friends like, oh, we got to try this spot, it's open, so I feel like, yeah, you guys, this person just keeps bringing this stuff up that you guys could really bring them into this lifestyle that they really want to have of I feel like being more hip, young, urban kind of a thing, and their life now is so the opposite of that, that this is what they project and dream about when it comes to you. Maybe, again, for those of you who knew this person when you were younger and then they're married, it might be that, they can't do that with their new spouse, or they're just in that like routine of being married and waking up and cooking for each other, and it's the same food, and maybe they don't like their partner's cooking or something, I don't know, but I just think they see you as bringing so much excitement, and as giving them the opportunity to like try new things. That just keeps coming across really strong. So I feel like you guys might be single, or that's how they perceive you, is as being single, and not just like, oh, I'm single and I'm gonna mope around at home, but like single and like living your best life kind of vibe, like single, Sex and the City type single, you know what I mean, where there's always an event, there's always something to do, there's always a new restaurant or a new spot, or it's not like they see you as single and you're kind of sad and lonely and wishing you had someone. It's like they see you as single and just having the time of your life. And I feel like this person really would like to be a part of that, but obviously in like a couple, but they are not able to come forward because of this other relationship. So that's kind of blocked. And it's kind of blocking them from coming forward, so they look at you from afar. And they also definitely, like, again, not trying to make this into an 18 plus reading, but they definitely spend time thinking of you when they're alone, in a little bit of a sexy vibe, if you know what I'm saying. I don't want to say the word, but alone time, they're definitely thinking of you and possibly looking at your social media. Again, you might be like, well, I'm not posting like sexy images, but this person finds your overall vibe, attitude, and just all the energy that you bring forth to be extremely attractive. So they are very attracted to like everything you guys have going on. I'm also getting like, even if you are not Asian, you might be from a culture that's different from this person's somehow. Like you might be, darker skinned and this person is really pale, or vice versa. And so I feel like this person, there's this feeling I get of like being so enthralled because they feel like you are very new to them somehow, or outside of what they're used to, and they really like that. Again, they're pretty bored with what's going on in their life. So I feel like if you guys have differences in some way, this person is really attracted to it. Or it might even be just that, you're from different parts of the same country, but there's like a cultural difference, or you're from the same ethnic background, but you were raised super differently or something. You were raised in totally different family vibes. So it's like there's something about you that this person feels is like a little unfamiliar to them. It also might be the urban rural thing, because I'm getting that as well really strong. I feel like there's just this difference they like about you. There's something different about you that is not really like them, and also not really like their partner. And so they're very much attracted to it. And again, also what comes through is that this person is super attracted to you, and also that they kind of view you as being like, again, center of their world, or just someone that they see as like really beautiful in like a deep level, like beautiful, like, you know, this lady, she just looks so like sweet, romantic, and just like a princess, you know. And that's kind of how they see you, is just like, wow, just just like perfect, kind of like, I really feel like they see you in a way as being perfect. They idealize you. Whatever you guys have got going on, they find it very beautiful, and they're just very enchanted by you. So it's almost like they can't stay away. And I think that they probably like check your Instagram like first thing when they wake up, kind of a thing, or whatever social media you have. But this person is like, they're checking it like regularly. I actually feel like they probably check it multiple times a day. It's probably some situation where like whenever they get bored, they're going on Instagram, or they're going on TikTok or Facebook or whatever, but they really, really, really like to check up on you. And I feel like they enjoy looking at your social media. It's funny because you might think that this energy would make the person sad and like depressed, because, you know, you're out having the time of your life, and they seem to be very unhappy with whatever they have going on at home. But it's like the opposite. It's like they get very energized from seeing you guys living life, having fun. It actually makes them feel really happy. Maybe because I don't know, I feel like they have this fantasy that you guys are going to end up together. So it's like it kind of doesn't upset them, because they think that like that all these kind of dreams they have are going to happen, and you guys are going to end up, you know, trying that new restaurant that is like 1950s new Americana deconstructed, or whatever weird like term or something, like, you know how they come up with those weird food terms. It's like deconstructed, and it's just like a salad, like a pile of leaves and like the toppings and piles, and it's like deconstructed, or just you guys are too lazy. That's how I view some of those food fads. But I feel like this person would be really excited about trying some of these new places with you. They would be really excited about like going out on the town with you. So yeah, they would be all about it. They would be all about whatever scene that you showed them, and they definitely have fantasies of that happening. And I feel like that kind of sustains them and keeps them going through this boring kind of relationship that they are stuck in. So yeah, that was not what I expected to come through so much detail for a what do they think of your social media. But you know, I mean, sometimes spirit is like really specific. So yeah, I hope that resonated, you guys. Please let me know if it did in the comments, and make sure to like and subscribe and turn on notifications. I post every few days, so if you want to see more videos, make sure you're subbed. And please let me know if it resonated, because I'm very curious about y'all and this whole vibe. I am very curious about this situation, because it seems pretty complicated. So please let me know, because now my curiosity is all stirred up. But I will see you guys in the next reading. Sending you so much love and light. Have an amazing day, guys. Bye. Hey, Pal 2. So if you guys picked this beautiful clear quartz crystal heart, this is going to be your reading. So I pre-pulled some cards. So let's get straight into it. You guys got the 5 of Cups, the 9 of Cups, the Lovers, the Sun, the 10 of Cups, the Queen of Wands, the 6 of Cups, the Strength, the Devil, the Chariot, the 5 of Swords, and the Ace of Cups. So first of all, this person views you, I mean, there's like soulmate energy coming through with the Lovers. And yeah, they view you in the 10 of Cups and the 6 of Cups and the Ace of Cups. There's a lot of, you know, connection to you. And the Sun, they view you as like a very bright light, and as someone that they are super like attracted to and pulled to and drawn towards. Something that is really coming in strong, which no pun intended, but is the Strength card. So I was actually like shuffling at first, and I saw that card before it came out, and I just feel like they view you as somehow being very, very strong and very, very capable, as, you know, also having Queen of Wands energy, so embodying this kind of strong, tough, like I feel like you guys maybe have had a lot thrown at you and you're still going, and you're not like letting things hold you back, and that's kind of how they perceive you in your social media, is just as this really almost like tough is coming to mind, person who has been through it but like is still going. So let me get some more cards for pile 2. What? Yeah, this person has a lot of affection for you. Like, oh my God, we just got door to romance. That just, wow. So yeah, this person really, and victory. So I feel like this person sees you as being on the path to a lot of success and as just really capable. Like, this person sees you as someone who, I think maybe you guys have been through it, like in life, you guys might have been through some difficulties. Maybe you had like a difficult childhood. We got anxiety. Oh, and we just got, I don't even know how that happened. Must have been when I was retrieving the anxiety card, but somehow literally it appeared when I look back. So that's kind of creepy almost. But we got 4th chakra Archangel Raphael, which is the healing angel, and it came out to healer of the ages. So maybe you guys have healer energy. Maybe you guys do metaphysical work or some kind of like Reiki healing or tarot cards, or just you guys have one of those presences, I call them like earth angels, where it's like you were put on this earth to help people, to improve to people. You guys just might be really compassionate type people who are very loving and sweet to those around you, and you might not realize how much support that gives other people or how strong it is. You might be like, well, that's not strength, but it totally 1000% is, especially when someone has been through hard times, like they've been through abuse, or they've been treated badly, or they were bullied, or whatever. They've dealt with cruelty, and yet they came out of it being really kind, sweet, loving to others. That is a huge accomplishment, and it's a mark of real strength, true strength, like spiritual strength, which is also something this person I feel like is talking about. Like, I feel like you guys are, you might be a water sign, or just have that like kind of water sign nurturing energy, where this person sees you as being very creative, loving, sweet, and they view that as being very strong. And I feel like they just have a lot of respect for you. Like yeah, I feel like what's coming through emotion-wise is like respect. That this person sees whatever you have going on and really like appreciates it. We got man holding a heart. It could be like a soulmate type vibe. I don't know. I love when cards get thrown around the room. It's just so delightfully fun. But we got financial constraints. So I feel like you guys might be working on your finances or something, but I think this person views you as someone who will reach success in the end. Yeah, I just got woman holding a coin. So I think that this person like sees you on a trajectory of a lot of success. Like, I feel like you guys have had things come against you, like people come against you. And I'm just now noticing that we actually got the Devil card, which definitely could tie into abuse or oppressive people around you. But I wasn't even thinking on that when I was going into the abuse. Like, I just feel like you guys have had some kind of cruelty, people come against you somehow. And it's like, I'm hearing that song by Elton John that's like, I'm still standing. I know my voice is like amazing. I know it sounds exactly like Elton John, right? But that song though, it's honestly so funny. I love like seeing him like dance around to that song, and you can Google it. And I feel like that would like sum up to you guys, like what's going on. You guys have been through it, but you guys are still persevering. And I feel like this person really respects that about you. So, I mean, I'm asking about what happened, like this person's opinion of your social media. So Not like necessarily a deep dive into psychology. However, I feel like a lot of times with soulmates, they see a lot more layers to us. So we might post like a smiling video of like us having fun, but like a soulmate can tell when there's like a tiny little hint of pain behind the eyes. They can tell, So it might be that you're just posting videos, but this person, since you guys have this kind of metaphysical or spiritual connection, that this person is able to intuitively tell the stuff you've been through. Like a lot of times with soulmates, that's why people will say when I met them, like I knew right away, or I felt like I knew them, because it's like you know each other on the astral plane, and you guys have been like chilling and hanging out and like Netflix and chilling for like the past several years, and you finally met like in the real world, but you guys know each other. You guys have been like besties for years on the other side. And so yeah, this person, I feel like they know you really well, and they're talking about people being lying to you or being deceitful to you, and they really respect how you've handled yourself. I feel like you guys are like optimistic. And maybe that's why I'm seeing Elton John, because like I said, that is a funny song. Like to me, at least to me, it's funny to me when I see him like dancing around in his outfits on stage to that song. I always get a kick out of it. Like it always kind of puts a smile on my face, because it's like, it's just like he looks so ridiculous in some of his outfits and stuff. So I feel like you guys are the type that even when bad things happen to you, because when I think about that song, it's actually kind of a sad song, but the way he wrote it and some of the lyrics and stuff, like it always makes me laugh, because to me it's just like a jovial, happy attitude. And I feel like, for you, that might be how you handle hardship, that you guys are optimistic, and even when the bad stuff happens, you find a way to be positive about it. And so this person really respects that. It's like you guys haven't lost your childhood, youthful sweetness. You're not gonna like let I just read a quote today and it just came to mind for you guys. And I think it was, don't let the ugliness of the world steal the beauty of yourself, of you. And I feel like that is true for you guys. Like you guys have not let whatever nasty things people have done to you bring you down or make you into like a hard shell of a person, or make you into them, make you into an evil person. You guys have stayed like positive and happy, and with this sun energy, you could also be like a Leo, because we did have the sun, and I'm getting that kind of Leo positivity. I love Leos because they are so positive, because they're connected to the sun. Or you might have the sun in a major aspect, like in the first house, or everything the sun touches is important in a natal chart, but you might just have like a lot of really strong sun energy coming in your natal chart, because I feel like you had that energy, you have this boom positivity that can like drive out the darkness, and it's just really beautiful, and it actually is healing energy. And that's why Archangel Raphael creepily slipped that into the pile, because I swear I'm gonna have to watch that back on the video. I did not pull it out. I don't think I did, unless I like blacked out randomly, which is either way, it's a little frightening however that got on there. But I mean, they really want you to know that you do have this powerful healing energy. And I think just your presence is healing. Like you might be like, well, I'm not really doing anything. I'm not coming around like being a frontline medical like doctor or something, but you don't need to. We all can heal in different ways. And just being positive, just putting a smile on people's faces, or making someone feel good about themselves. Literally, you go to the cashier who's like having the worst day ever, and if you can like make them laugh about like the weather outside, or whatever stupid conversation we have with, when we're checking out or whatever, and you can make them smile and suddenly feel like, wow, like the world is a better place. That is so beautiful and so important. I mean, not to get dark, but there's stories that I've heard of someone, who was going to like throw themselves off a bridge or something, and they're walking to the bridge, and they said, if anyone hugs me, I'm not going to jump off the bridge. Or if anyone talks to me, stops to talk to me, just says anything or looks at me, that they wouldn't throw themselves off. And no one did, so they did throw themselves off the bridge, but they survived, and it's a happy ending in the end. But the point is that our actions and how we interact with people sometimes it may seem small, but it can really make the whole difference. I mean, I've talked in another reading about randomly last year, I was like driving somewhere. I left my credit card in my car when I was getting gas at a gas station. I was like, let me run in and grab a water or something. And I left my card in my car and I didn't realize it. So I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I don't have any money. It's in my car. Let me run, grab it, and I'll be right back. Couldn't find my card. So it took like 2 or 3 minutes. I finally found it like wedged, because I always like throw my card after gassing up. I'm always have the worst habit of throwing my credit card into my car. And then randomly later, I'm like, what? Where is my card? It's so stupid. But I went to pay and the lady was like, oh, the guy behind you in line paid for your drink. And I was like, what? And I was like, why? And I was like, he did what? And she was like, yeah, he paid for your drink. And I was like, is he here? Like, what? Why did he pay for my drink? I was so like baffled. And she was like, I mean, I don't know, but he paid for your drink. And I couldn't even find him. I don't even know what he looked like. Because again, it took so darn long for me to find my card that I didn't even like have him. I didn't come out in time. But to me, that made my day. And later on, I literally started crying like while I was driving, because I was like so moved and touched by it. And to me, it seemed kind of like a message from God, because I was just stressed out, going through a lot. And, you know, that's my point to bring that up, is like, that was like a maybe, I don't even know how much the bottle of water was, maybe $2 tops. But to me, just that act of kindness, I was like so blown away. It made me actually cry, and I just was like so overwhelmed by it. I was actually surprised by how touched I was. And that's the thing, we never know how much our tiny little acts of kindness can help someone, or can move them, or can affect them. And all the little things we do like have ripples in the universe, and they all matter and are important. And I feel like you guys do that and practice that. You don't even need me telling you this. You're probably already like, yeah, I know, I do this stuff every day. But you guys bring so much kindness in the world, and I just want to commend you on that. So, and your spirit, I think your soulmate, whoever this person is, wants you to know that. But you know, I asked them about what they think of your social media, and they're always going off on these tangents. So while this is very sweet, we're trying to find out what they think of your social media. Oh my God. It's like turning into like an episode of Maury, and like bringing out the tissue boxes, and it's getting real emotional. We're just trying to find out about like the Instagram and... Okay, so I am using my food deck. One fell out, but... Okay, so we got the Italian iced gelato, and the cast iron, and the staple fell. So you guys might be Italian. Some of you, or you might look kind of Italian, I guess. I mean, a lot of Italians that like have kind of pale skin and darker hair, so maybe that's something you guys have going on. I don't know. At least a lot of Italian Americans kind of have that kind of look. But I feel like you guys are really, again, they keep talking about like you being really solid, you being really like strong, and this person just really wants you to know that they see you as being someone that has gone through a lot and is still withstanding it, and they really respect that about you. Can we get some more cards about what they think of their social media? I'm hearing that you guys are like a loyal friend. You know what is so weird is I was just telling that story about the water and how I went to buy a water and we just got like the glass of water. So I feel like, yeah, they're just confirming, like, because sometimes I get frustrated in these readings when I ask them about social media and suddenly they're talking about like, you know, soulmate stuff. It's like, okay, I get it, but we're trying to get this specific answer. So we also got Queen of Drinks, which is looks like a bunch of different glasses of wine. So you guys might be posting that kind of thing on your social media of like you going out having drinks with people, or you going out on nights on the town, or even you going to like wineries and stuff. I feel like this person wants you to have fun, and they view you as someone who is super loyal. And we just got dog far away, but I always feel like that is like loyalty because dogs are so loyal. Forest, muddled, unclear thinking, and seahorse is family matters. So you guys might have like difficulties with family or something, but I feel like they view you as someone who maybe has been going through some stuff, but is like coming out of it kind of a thing. And I feel like they root for you from afar. Whatever you guys have going on, I feel like they really respect it. They really like hold you in high regard. Like whatever you guys do, I feel like they don't see it as like frivolous or stupid or some of the other things that people associate with like social media. They see it as being very like serving of others. You guys might post stuff about like, like a rescue dog or a charity or something, but they see that you have a very compassionate heart, and that's just coming across really strong. They want you to know that that they see how compassionate you are and how kind you are. They just see you as very like steady and someone who really has their life like pointed in the right direction and just kind of is going to reach the kind of success that they would like to have. So this might be my pile of people that are in a relationship already, because I just feel like this person is so supportive of you. It's almost like they're your biggest fan. Like usually when someone is stalking someone on social media, there might be a little resentment or a little jealousy or a little like, a little like, I don't know, some other emotion or craving them, but this person just feels like so supportive of you. They just feel like they really root for you and they really want the best for you, and it's actually really sweet. Let me get some more cards though, because we want specifics about social media. What do they think of their social media, their Instagram or TikTok, Facebook? What does Pile 2's person think of that? What do they think of their socials? What do they think of their social media? Self-respect, okay. The Sacred Woman, why am I not surprised? Love, okay. The Garden. Emotional freedom. So yeah, this person, I feel like, so I love this card, and it's really about the journey to self-respect and about the path that we take to self-respect and the path to knowing ourselves and respecting and honoring ourselves. And so that's really, I feel like this person really sees you as someone who is like growing and glowing up, and the path is part of it. Like that you maybe not be fully there now, but that you are on that direction. This really does feel like a soulmate connection because there's such a peace to it. There's not the kind of frenzy like usually when you're checking someone's social media, it's like you're, kind of desperate for them, or you're missing them, or you're angry at them. But this person just feels like they have a sense of peace regarding you, and they're very understanding of like whatever you guys are going through. And I keep trying to get them to talk about like, okay, but what about the thirst traps? What about the selfies? But they just keep going back to like their full respect for you. You guys might not have that much of a social media presence. I don't know, some of you. I mean, we did get the Garden, which does talk about social media. So some of you might, but I feel like you guys don't use it all the time to post about like, everything that you're doing all the time. Like you might not be posting on it 24/7. You might post once every few months or every few weeks. But I feel like you guys, I feel like if you guys post more than that, it would be stuff like you're posting about current events, or you're posting about, like again, like charitable causes, or memes or something, but you're not necessarily throwing up a ton of photos of yourself. I feel like this person just perceives you as being so selfless and being so like putting others above yourself, I guess. Yeah, and they also like they see you as someone who's like coming into their own. That's something really strong. You guys might have taken a break from social media or even deleted it, or just there was a period of time when you weren't updating at the same rate. And I feel like this person knows and recognizes that you've been growing and that you guys have been trying to come into your own. And they're just kind of acknowledging that they understand whatever you're doing on there. Like whatever you guys have done on social media, I feel like they see the like everything behind it. They understand whatever you guys have been going through. And there might have been a period, like I feel like you guys have been in a period of kind of like hardship or difficulty or like not depression, but like sadness or just feeling overwhelmed or having some kind of something against you, whether it's like a really difficult boss or a hard job or something. But this person sees that going on and they really feel like you guys, I think they know all this because you guys talk on the astral plane more than social media. Because I'm like, what the hell is this on social media? Like, who would post all this on social media? Like, most people would not be this honest on social media. So I feel like they're not getting this from your social media. They're getting it from the astral plane. But this is all they'll talk about. So I have to say it because, I mean, I have to read what the cards tell me. So they kind of know that you guys have been going through a period and of like difficulty, but they really respect how you're moving forward. They see you as being super resilient and also that you are about to kind of have a breakthrough. Again, this is stuff that you wouldn't know from social media, but you would know if you guys were communing on the astral plane and talking to each other's higher selves. So I feel like this person can see the trajectory for you. And they are just kind of like cheering you on, like keep going, you're almost there kind of a vibe. Like they see you as coming into abundance and the kind of life that you want soon. So yeah, again, some of you guys might be married to this person or with them because yeah, I just feel like this is very this is a lot for just a social media, like I don't know how this person would know all this stuff. So yeah, we got rock bottom and goblins. You guys might have gone through a lot, but this person really likes you. And we got strength again. Yeah. Like, okay, we get it, spirit, but what about the social media? They just take over my readings and they just talk about whatever they want. I mean, what's the point of even titling it anything at this point? They're just going to talk about whatever they want. But the point is that you guys are going through a metamorphosis. You guys are going through a change. And this person really, really respects it. They really see you as someone who has like been through this really difficult journey. Like I'm seeing like The Hobbit. Like, I feel like you guys have been through a lot of stuff that a lot of people wouldn't have been able to handle. And you guys are almost out. That's what I'm hearing, is you guys are almost out and it's really about to shift really fast. It is eclipse season, so everything's shifting right now. This is like the craziest time of the whole year. And everything is shifting. So, if you're not into astrology, you might take the time to look up where these eclipses are happening in your chart. So you can find, if you know what kind of ascendant you have, an ascendant, you can find out from there, or you can plug it into one of these websites and get your transit chart is the name, and find out if it's happening in the first house or the second house, which is like the money house, or the third house, communication, fourth house, family, etc., and see what part of your life this is affecting. Because I feel like for a lot of you guys, this is a big deal. This is a big shift. This might be happening in your first house. I believe it's happening in Gemini. I looked up where it was affecting. Yeah, it happened in Gemini. So you guys might have Gemini ascendant, some of you, but I feel like this is like a first house type of change. Like this is such a major change that is coming in for you guys that is going to be really positive and take you out of this old energy. Why this person is talking about this in this reading, I don't know, because I have tried, Lord knows, I've used like 6 different decks and I've been trying to get them to talk about something else, but they just want you to know, maybe you guys needed this message more, that it is going to shift, it is going to change for you, things are going to get better. And also what had flown out, and I just am grabbing it, but it's the same kind of story as like compass. So you're on the right track. You guys are on the right path. So don't be like afraid that, that things aren't going to, work out, or that all the pain you guys have been through in the past are just still going to keep happening, because I really do think it's going to change. Let me try to pull from one more deck to try to see, how do they view your social media? Oh my God, we need you guys, please be specific. How do they view the social media? I just feel like this person is very drawn to you. They're very attracted to you. But it's almost like in a protective way. Like, it's not like they are being creepy about it, or sometimes when someone's very attracted, it's like, it comes off as like, like Pepe Le Pew kind of energy from like the cartoons, like just like, ooh, they're so hot. But this person, I feel like they're very protective of you, and they kind of watch over you. Like, they're probably checking, if you tag someone in a post, they're probably checking to see, what this person's story is, and looking at their page and making sure they're legit, making sure they get a good feeling about them. They definitely are protective of you, but I think they just really like everything you have going on. Oh my God, we just got love endures. Love does not give up or lose faith. Love is hopeful and withstands every situation. I think that this person, it's definitely like a soulmate type energy. They have a very much, so their higher self is like speaking very maturely about it. Like, they are not, a lot of times when people are in separation or whatever, there's like this anger, there's this resentment, there's this like, why can't I be with this person kind of petulant energy. This person, I just feel like they are very mature towards you. They really root for you. They really want the best for you. And they just like everything you guys have going on. I don't know what else to say, but they really like everything you're bringing to the table. I think that they like the fact that you're like, it's not just about the looks with you. It's about your soul. It's about who you are deep at your core. So they get a lot more from your social media than the average person would, because like I said, they can tell from like the look in your eyes, or if you're posting about, some charity or some news story, they know the core reason why. They know why you connected to that charitable story, or they know why you were, really affected by a certain news story, and they see you as having such a big heart. They really love that about you. So I feel like this person checks in on you, but they're very protective, and they're really rooting for you to have good things. Act as if your partner is here. Whether you have someone in your life or not, act as if they are with you, so you will always consider them. I do feel like this person is with you. Like, I feel like, again, it's like bizarre. Like, as I'm doing this reading, this is why I'm getting frustrated a little with spirit, because I'm like, this is bizarre. I'm asking about someone's social media, Instagram, and I'm getting like a therapist session of like someone's deep motivations. It's like, what the heck? But I think it's because you guys do hang out on the astral plane all the time. So it's like they know what's going on in your life, even though you guys might not have talked for a while, or you guys might be together. I don't know, because really some of you could be, because the energy of this is like a married couple or something. Like, this is like I feel like they know everything that's going on with you. So if you guys are in separation, it might be that you guys are talking in your dreams, talking on the astral plane. Most of the time when two people are like a soulmate, twin flame kind of situation, their spirit guides like chat all the time. It's like the spirit guides are like besties, you know what I mean? And they have like a little friendship bracelet that locks together. Like, the spirit guides would probably get mad about me saying that because some of them are very serious, but like they talk, they know each other, they, you know, they vibe, and they kind of hang out. It's like when you go to, you know, when you're a parent and you have like a kid at a play date and you watch the kids play, but you're hanging out with the mom and you guys are talking about like, well, yeah, little Rachel, she, you know, she's been so tricky about bath time. And then they're like, well, little Devin, he, you know, he loves his bath time, but sometimes he doesn't brush his teeth or whatever. Like, that's kind of like what the spirit guides do. They chat with each other. And so I feel like you guys, there's so much knowledge this person has about you that you guys are talking on the astral plane somehow, or you guys are actually together, because I really don't know how this person would know all this about you from just looking at your social media. I really feel like this must be some kind of soulmate or past life situation, because it's just way too deep, way too much information. So I feel like this person wouldn't need to rely on looking at your social media as much, although I do think they check it, but I feel like they would check it, but it's almost like to confirm what they already know, from their dreams, from seeing you on the astral plane. They're already kind of aware of what's happening with you, but it's like they like to also double check your social media. And again, I feel like it's almost like protective. Like, I feel like this person really wants the best for you. So if they saw you hang out with someone who was sketchy, I feel like also because you are such a sweet person with like a kind heart, this person worries about people taking advantage of you, or people, you know, using your compassion and taking advantage of that. So that's why they probably like check on you. One of the reasons is because they're very wanting to make sure that you're being treated well and people aren't using you or anything like that. So let me get some astro dice to close out the reading. Oh, okay. So we got that's Leo. Oh, I was saying this might be Leo. And we got 8th house, Saturn. So again, you guys have been going through a lot with 8th house, which is ruled by Scorpio, and Saturn. You guys have been going through it, but they just want you to know to keep going, that you're almost there, that you're almost out of it, that things are really about to turn around. I feel that very strongly for you guys. It's probably going to happen in this eclipse season. And I think we pulled the card August. Didn't we? Yeah, we did. So it probably is going to be turning around this summer. I almost feel like it might be before August, but sometimes the effects of eclipse season take a while before you kind of understand what the hell happened, and then you have time to process this. Ooh, I don't know what I just did on that word, but I made up a new word, nextra, last time, so I don't know what that new word would be this time. But anyway, I'm not even making sense at this point. But the point is, it might change very shortly. I feel like it will change this summer. And again, it takes a while sometimes to see exactly what eclipse season did in your life. But I definitely feel like you guys are probably going to be affected by this eclipse season. Or if you're watching later, this is a totally timeless reading, but I feel like the change is going to happen very soon for you guys. And then, yeah, so we got Leo, which again, you guys have this bright, sunny, beautiful energy that this person definitely perceives from your social media. Again, they also really like your optimism and joy that you guys put forth. And they really just like what you're posting. You know, they see it as like a beautiful, happy, encouraging to the world. And I just feel like they get good vibes from your posts. Like, you have the kind of page that people could go to feel better, or to like put a smile on their face, and this person is just kind of acknowledging that you know, they really feel like joy in what you guys are putting out, and they really like how you use your social media, because I feel like a lot of times you use it to like either highlight social causes, or you're not posting like frivolous, stupid stuff. I don't know. Because there's nothing wrong with I don't mean to be negative about that, because there's nothing wrong with using your social media however you want. But I just feel like this person has a lot of respect for what you're posting. So I definitely feel like there's like an intellectual component to it, or it's not just about like the looks of it, it's about like the message or the vibe you're putting out, and this person really loves that. So I really hope that helped you guys. I'm sorry it was a little off course from what I intended, which is just reading your social media. But, you know, I tried. I have to go with what Spirit wants me to say, and maybe you guys needed this message. I really do hope it resonated, and please let me know if it did. I am very curious about all your guys' stories, and so just let me know. Make sure to like and subscribe. I post these videos every few days. Oh, and turn on notifications, so if you want to see more, make sure you are subbed, and I will be back very shortly for another video. Sending you guys so much love and light. Have an amazing day, guys. Bye. Hello, my lovely pile 3. So if you guys picked this blue stone, it actually is blue. I don't know if you can tell, but this is going to be your reading. I wish I remembered what the name was, but anyway, so I pre-pulled your cards. Let's get straight into them. You guys got the Page of Swords reversed, the 10 of Swords, the 6 of Wands, the King of Wands, the King of Pentacles, the 2 of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, the Knight of Pentacles, the 6 of Cups, the 4 of Wands, the 3 of Cups, and the 5 of Wands. So I feel like this person, they first of all really would love to, like, they really want to reach out to you somehow and like speak to you, and that is coming in really strongly, but then they kind of feel like they can't. They feel very defeated with you. I feel like what they perceive you as having going on is that you have a lot of competition around you, that you might have some kind of a glamorous life is what they're perceiving. Like, they kind of feel like they need to measure up to it, and that they have to try to focus on somehow, you know, getting more money or kind of status, or becoming more of a glamorous type person, so that they could be with you, because right now they perceive you as having like a very elevated status, and they would like to be linked to you. They would really like for it to become public, known. Like, they see you as having a very public presence and having a lot of people interested in you and having a lot of eyes on you. So you guys might have like a lot of followers or something, or just that, you know, you have a lot of, like, maybe you only have, you know, a few hundred followers, or maybe not even that much, but it's like you have a lot of people who would like to date you, kind of a thing. But I feel like they see that there are people on your social media that would be competition for them. And it's upsetting for them. Like, it does cause this person a lot of pain, but they see you as kind of like, you're in the spotlight, you're having your moment of, like, I don't know, like good luck and fortune or whatever. Like, it might be a good time for you where you're going out and you're meeting people, but I feel like this person is almost like they're on the outside looking in. Like, it's kind of sad. Like, they feel like they're left out and you are like this star. So they definitely have a little bit of regret over the fact that they are not with you. So let me get some more cards. What is pile 3's person think of their social media? So we got hostilities, door to spirit. I do feel like this person might be jealous of either you or whatever you have going on. Man holding a coin, broken heart. Aw. So yeah, I feel like this person might be jealous of you or the people around you. Like, again, because they're bringing up kind of you having more like suitors, I guess is the word, or people who are interested in dating you. So we got man holding a coin and woman holding a coin. So I feel like they perceive you as like either very wealthy or on the path to that, or like bougie, kind of like maybe you like the nice restaurants. Maybe you haven't earned, you know, a ton of money yet, but you're already like, you know, making sure that your outfits are on point and your hair is on point, or your makeup's on point, or your nails are on point, or whatever, but this person sees you as someone that's kind of like high maintenance. Like I feel like they see you as someone who brings a lot to the table with like this glamorous vibe that you guys have going on. And so there's like this emphasis in their mind on needing to get to that place themselves. So it's like they see you as kind of like a jet setter, or I don't know, just like a glamorous lifestyle, you know? You guys might post photos from traveling, or, you know, like I said, you're in the like a nice outfit every time. You're not like posting photos of yourself in like sweatpants or workout gear or whatever. You're posting photos of yourself where it's like you look great, everything is done to the nines, you're looking fashionable, like, and so this person feels like if they were to be with you, which is I think something they would want, but they would have to get to those levels. And I feel like there's this thing that's coming in because I'm hearing in my mind like gold digger, which I don't like that word at all. And I think it's a really outdated kind of misogynistic term because it only ever gets directed at women, never the other way around. But I feel like this person sees you as like, maybe sometimes they get into a negative place where they're like, oh, this person, all they care about is money, or they're so shallow or something. So it's a little bit of, it's almost like a cope or a way for them to feel better about it. And if you're a guy asking about a girl, I feel like she would do the same thing, and just maybe she wouldn't use the word gold digger because again, we don't usually use it towards men, but she'd be like, he's so shallow or something, you know what I mean? So there is this little bit of like hostility or judgment coming in where this person, I feel like there's to make themselves feel better because they are hurt, and I feel like their ego is a little wounded that they're not with you because they feel like you rejected them or something, or they feel like you've leveled up or you glowed up. So it's like they need to feel a little bit better and they need to kind of soothe themselves. So it's like, well, they're very shallow anyway, you know, kind of like I said, it's like a cope. So let me get some Astro Dice because I was going to say, and I should have said it beforehand, I was like, this is such Leo vibes, and you got Leo. So it doesn't surprise me. I should have said it first, but I was like, this has to be a Leo. Come on, like what else would it be? We got Leo, we got Pluto, and we got third house. So again, like I said at the very beginning, there's this emphasis on wanting to communicate with you. Like I'm getting that really strong, that this person really wants to like talk to you, but then it's like blocked, but they want to, but then it's like they feel like they can't, but they want to, but they can't, but they want to. So that is really something I think that they want to emphasize, is like this person would like to open a dialogue with you or have some kind of line of communication open. And then we got Pluto, which is like, it rules over a lot of things. It rules over death and rebirth, but it also rules over sex. I feel like this person definitely sexually fantasizes about you, but it's in like a darker way. Like, I mean, the thing about Pluto is it's very possessive, and I feel like I do get possessive energy. Like Pluto is like that, you know what they say, like someone's good in bed, but they're crazy kind of. That is not all Plutos, no offense to Scorpios, because I love Scorpios. I'm a Pisces, so it's like legally mandated that I have to love Scorpio. So I do love y'all for sure. One of my favorite signs, but you know, this is like the crazier side because there's levels to Scorpio. There's the 3 levels. It's the Scorpion. I always forget the middle one. Okay, there's a middle one, and then finally the Phoenix, and the Eagle is in the middle. So it's all about leveling up, and the very disordered Scorpios at the bottom can be super possessive in like a crazy way, where it's like, excuse me, time to file a restraining order. And I'm not saying this person, you know, is like that level of crazy, but it's like, you know, I do feel like they're possessive, and they've got like this kind of angry, like Plutonian energy of like, you were mine and you left me type of thing going on. And so like that can be, you know, some people really like that energy. It's like, you know, really crazy, passionate kind of But I think that to me, just where I am on my journey, I do think it's a little immature. And maybe this person should actually reach out to you and actually follow through on this communication that they want to have happen and they keep talking about, but they're not actually talking to you. They're just telling me that they want to communicate to you, but it's like, well, tell them, send the DM, like reach out. But I think this person's pride feels a little injured, and they probably would be like totally devastated if they were to actually send you the DM and you didn't respond. And again, they also perceive you as having so much going on in your life and kind of in this glamorous lifestyle that I feel like they would just tell themselves, like, they're never going to respond anyway. What's the point? So it's like they keep looking at you having this like fun, like kind of glamorous lifestyle, and then they see other people being interested in you, and they're just like, even if you don't have like a ton of people writing on your wall or writing in your comments on Instagram or TikTok, or maybe you don't have like a ton of people like posting on your Facebook or whatever you use, but this person perceives that they just know that if you were to be going out and about looking the way you do, that you would have a lot of interest in you, like for sure. And so this person thinks you're very physically attractive, but it's almost like queen type energy, like you don't come in like, oh, I'm attractive, but I'm kind of shy and I'm kind of like the school nerd. You know how like in She's All That, she was like wearing glasses and she had her hair pulled back, and for somehow like magically that made her like unattractive, like total loser. And then they like gave her a new hairstyle and suddenly everyone was like, oh my God. I thought that was so stupid. But I feel like you would be like the after version, or you would be like that girl who was like the queen bee at that school, who was like always had her hair and makeup done on 10. And it's like, yeah, you guys they don't see you as beautiful in just like the shy, unassuming, like, I don't really put any effort in, but I'm just I just look really good, but I'm not really full of myself. Like they see you as like, your worth, what you're bringing, and you are not going to tolerate someone treating you any kind of like bad way, and any way that is not the full level of respect, which is such Leo energy. And I love Leos because of that, because they just won't tolerate anything that's less than the best. They're just like, oh, no thanks. And so this person perceives that about you, and so that's one of the reasons why they're not stepping forward, is because they're like, I'm not at that level yet, and I don't think they would be able to come correct. And if they started bringing this weird Plutonian possessive, like, I'm obsessed with you, but I have to have you, like energy, you'd be like, no, on to the next. And so they know they gotta like work some of these things out, I feel. Because you guys have like a very strong, powerful energy. And also, they find you, like I already mentioned this, but just to emphasize, because I think I got distracted, but they find you super attractive, and I feel like other people find you attractive as well. Like I feel like you guys are the type that when you go out to the restaurant, everyone is kind of, it's not like everyone is staring in a crazy way, but everyone is going to turn and look and be like, whoa, oh, she's really pretty, or like, he looks really good. Like people are going to notice, like even in a restaurant where like most of the time people are distracted, focus on themselves, they're all going to kind of glance up like, oh, wow, that's a really fashionable outfit. Oh, damn. Like, so that's the kind of attention you command. And I feel like you guys are very in ownership of yourselves and in ownership of your power and your beauty, and you're okay with it. You're not hiding it. You're not like feeling bad about yourself or feeling like, oh, well, I don't want to brag. I don't want to come off as egotistical, which I think is such like negative energy that people put that on people when they post a selfie or something, and they'll be like, oh, well, you must be really feeling yourself. It's like, yeah, I am. Yep, I'm feeling myself. I look great and I know it. And what's wrong with that? And why are you upset? And, I feel like you guys know that. That you guys feeling good about yourselves is a positive thing, and you guys own that, and you're not going to let people intimidate you or make you ashamed of, your social media, or make you feel like well, you post a lot of selfies. Oh my God, you're very arrogant. It's like you're okay with someone thinking that about you and you don't really care. And you're going to keep, you know, shining like a diamond is what I'm hearing. And I keep getting like Rihanna energy. Like I know she has that song Shine Bright Like a Diamond, and I keep getting vibes of Rihanna through this whole reading, and I feel like you guys have that kind of similar energy of just like being confident in yourself and not letting someone make you feel bad or make you feel like you're too much. I mean, the first few times like Rihanna, you know, now she's known for it. She goes to the Met Gala and she does those crazy outfits, but I remember the first time she did that, I think it was in that yellow iconic dress, and it was like really crazy. Like it was like no one else was dressing like that. No one else was like going all out and doing like fashion on 10. And it was kind of like, oh, what the heck is she doing? Like she needs this huge train, and meanwhile everyone else is in their like little fashionable dresses. And then Rihanna just stopped everything. But I feel like that was a brave decision at the time, because a lot of people weren't bringing those kinds of looks to the Met Gala. The Met Gala was considered very formal and kind of traditional. You know, it's at the Metropolitan Museum, and that you have to kind of dress a certain way. And, you know, it's not the place to be avant-garde or to take risks. And Rihanna proved that wrong, and now everyone kind of copies her. But she was the first one to like take that risk. And I feel like that's coming to mind for you. So you guys shouldn't ever, I feel like you guys don't let people make you feel bad for your for your social media or for your outfits. And I love that, because I think that you guys owning it is so beautiful. So let me get some, can we get some cards about how pile 3's person use their social media? So this is my new deck that someone said I should get. So if you guys have any suggestions of decks, I'm always open to them. Someone was like, get a food deck since you always do food readings. And so I did. But yeah, so I feel like you guys, first of all, again, with the like, you guys are really hot. And they see you as also like, you guys might have like a kind of a really banging body or something. You guys might have like, you know, a lot of curves in your body. So you might be kind of like hourglass figure. I'm hearing like that line from Sir Mix-a-Lot and like Baby Got Back, which was like, what does he say? 34, 24, 36, only if she's 5'3". So you guys might have like a little bit of, like I said, an hourglass figure going on, like a little curves in the right places, or whatever places they're in. This person appreciates it. This person likes what you have going on. And again, they view you as very hot, sexy, as someone they are very attracted to, and just like, you're like the star kind of the show. And so I think this person is really attracted to that. But we got the pressed one, and I think this person gets a little pressed. Like, it's like they like you, they're drawn to you, but they kind of wish that like no one else could see what you're putting out there. Like, they kind of wish that they were the only one. Like, I feel like, again, they're aware of the competition for you, and it's like it irritates them. They wish, like, they would like for you to kind of dim your, like, honestly, this is what's coming to mind, is that they would like for you to dim your shine so that they could have a better chance with you. They kind of know that they have to like level up to be with you, but they're like not thrilled about it. They're like, well, oh, like, okay, I guess I can do this. But they would prefer it if you just suddenly were like, you know what, I'm just going to start throwing a cardigan over all my clothes, and I'm never going to post again on social media, and I'm just going to be insecure. They would be like, okay, dope, because they just want to be with you. But they know that you have all this competition, and that a lot of people are attracted to you. And so that definitely is not something they're like absolutely thrilled about. Let me get some more cards for how pile 3's person perceives them on social media. Yeah, there's definitely a little bit of an inferiority complex for them. where they see you as so powerful, and also like there's this aspect of wealth that keeps coming up. So again, they see you as someone that they would have to like get a lot of money to be with, and to access. So it's like I feel like they go into like a little bit of a negative place of being about like, oh, gold digger or shallow or superficial or any of those words, or like narcissistic or something. So it's like this person would really like to be with you, but then when they see your social media, sometimes they will kind of come up with those. I feel like, again, they're like copes, because this person is so attracted to you, but they probably tell themselves like, well, she's just really full of herself, or she really thinks she's all that, kind of a thing. So it's like, I don't think they mean it, you know what I mean? But I think that that's what they would tell themselves. Again, I do feel like there's a little bit of manipulative energy. And again, I love Scorpio, so nothing against any Scorpio. And I have some prominent Pluto Scorpio in my chart, actually. So I'm probably guilty of this stuff as well. But I just think, so Scorpio also can be manipulation. Pluto can be manipulation and kind of using like underhanded tactics to get to someone. Like, telling someone like, I really like that vest, but that the way you say it, they're going to be like, oh my God, I need to take off this vest immediately. So Scorpio is all about those kinds of mind games and kind of using, underhanded tactics. And again, I feel like this person, they would be totally cool with like a little bit of manipulating you to get with you, because all Scorpio cares about is getting what they want, which is a lot of times a sexual thing, because Scorpio rules sex, because it's all about going deep with someone and having that intimacy. So a Scorpio a lot of times won't care how they get their partner, just that they will get their partner. A lot of other signs, it has to be honest. They have to be, they have to put it out all on the table, or there has to be some element of, okay, this person is with me because of that. Like a Scorpio is like, I don't care if you're with me because whatever stupid reason, as long as I have you, kind of, it doesn't matter to me a little bit. As long as a Scorpio gets their way, they're totally open to all different kinds of ways of persuasion. And so, I mean, some Scorpios, like, they do need to feel that loyalty, but a lot of Scorpios, like, as long as they get what they want, they don't mind. Their ancient ruler is Mars, and Mars is all about getting what they want. And so if a Scorpio has to, play a few mind games, they're really good at it, they don't care. And I feel like this person, like, for them, they would like to be with you in whatever way they can. So you feeling so good about yourself just makes it more difficult for them to be with you, and they kind of resent that, and they kind of like get into a negative place. And I'm not saying they want you to be like fully depressed, but I do think that this person wouldn't mind if you were to suddenly, decide that you're covering up and you're never going out again. Even if you were like sad and in a bad place, this person would be like, okay, dope, perfect, now's my chance. And that's probably when they'd message you. So again, it's not the most mature way of handling things. It's not the most mature like Scorpio energy. I feel like it would be nice if they would be more celebratory of you and would realize that, like, obviously you're asking about them in this reading. So I know sometimes we do readings about people, we're totally over them, and we're just kind of curious, checking up on the energy. But I feel like they, if they were to come to you in like fully honest energy and be like, I'm really so into you, and like, please, like, would you consider going on another date with me? To me, I would respect that so much more than them kind of like looking at your social media, but also hating on it, but also being jealous, but also wishing they could be with you, but also telling themselves that, like, I wouldn't want her anyway. Like, it's just so immature, and it'd be nice if they could evolve to honoring what you're putting out, because I love this vibe you guys have. That is so, I feel like you guys are really empowered. You guys seem like you are truly like getting in a place of confidence. And so I think that this person shouldn't be triggered by it. They should be celebrating it. They should be happy for it. They should be like, yes, love this for you. someone from like on my social media just the other day, one of my guy friends from high school actually posted a selfie just of his face. And like, I rarely see guys that I know personally posting selfies. And I was like sometimes you'll see a celebrity, but I don't know, just on my social media, for whatever reason, the guys I know rarely post like a selfie. Like they'll post photos with their girlfriends or their wives or other people, but not a selfie, like a face selfie. And I was so happy, and I liked it, and I was like, yes, I'm so happy for him that he's feeling himself, and he looked great in the photo, And that's the thing, is like, I feel like it would be great if this person was celebrating you and was okay with you feeling yourself and was happy that you were, in such a positive place and really excited about yourself. Because to me, like, this is stuff that we should be cheering on, like, yes, feel good and, celebrate yourself, and yeah, post photos that really, showcase you in like whatever good light. And so I wish that this person could kind of have that attitude. So we got Diamond, again, with this person thinking that you're kind of superficial. Because again, I feel like they tell themselves that you're like a material girl or whatever. And they, like, I'm not saying diamonds are superficial, because it's like, I want a beautiful diamond as much as anyone else, but I think that they take it as like, oh, materialistic or something. And so we got Eagle, which is again what I was talking about with Scorpio. That's the middle tier. So I think they're just acknowledging that story. Hand, in need of help, assistance, and guidance. So we got Bird, flying, news is on the way. Torch, spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. So I feel like, which one fell? So we also got Carriage, a journey either physical or mental, and Fly. So we've got a lot of stuff relating to flying, and I just feel like that's what you're doing. You guys are like really taking off and really kind of coming into such a beautiful, prosperous, confident period in your lives where you guys are really proud of yourselves. You guys are really confident. You guys are really putting it out there to the world that, like, yes, I am this beautiful person, and yes, I do have a lot going on, and it may intimidate some people, but I think with the right person, this is just going to make them so excited. And also, I really think part of the reason we got Fly is because I was telling you guys that metaphor of, or, well, it's not a metaphor, but it's like an accepted truth that there are 3 tiers to Scorpio in particular. We all have, all 12 signs of the zodiac can have like the kind of more like worse way to distribute the sign, like the kind of the worst attributes of the sign, and then the better attributes of the sign. So you can have like a Pisces that is really delusional and kind of crazy, especially about like romance, and just like makes up stories in their head. And you can have a Pisces that's very evolved and spiritually knows how to channel Neptune and use those gifts. And same with all the signs. Like, I'm just saying Pisces because it's my sign, so I'd rather like insult my own sign than anyone else's. But same, like you can have, a Gemini that can be really chaotic and kind of like all over the place and gossiping, or you can have a Gemini that uses their gift for speaking in like a really positive way, and really communicates really deep things and kind of makes those mental connections. So it's like we all have that ability, but Scorpio in particular has the 3 tiers to it, which is like the Scorpio, the Eagle, and finally the Phoenix. And I feel like what they're saying is that this person is in a period of growth, that they're getting part of their growth comes from your social media, and maybe they realize that they have to like level up because of everything you guys are doing and the growth you guys have shown, and like all the abundance and like stuff that you guys are kind of showing off a little bit. It makes this person really want to like get on your level and to like improve themselves. And so I feel like they might be in the process of leveling up from that lower tier Scorpio energy, which they don't have to be a Scorpio but it's just, I think either way, they're trying to evolve themselves and they're trying to move up in the tiers to become a more mature person so that they can see your social media and take it from a place of positivity and maybe step forward in honesty instead of kind of looking at you and liking what they see but resenting you, but being unable to look away and thinking of you all the time, but then kind of not being honest with you or themselves about how much they are really into you. So I feel like if they were to work on themselves and evolve a little bit more, then you guys would be more of an energetic match and you guys could actually come together. Because right now, I do think like that's holding them back from being with you in the way they would like, just because you're so like in this positive vibe of improving yourself, of accomplishing stuff, of living your life to the fullest, and they're kind of like sitting back and judging a little bit, and that is not going to allow them to reach your same level of abundance. But as far as what they see from your social media, they definitely, think that you're very sexy. They think that you have a lot going on. They see you as being in a very glamorous friend group or glamorous group with like you might have a lot of like photos of yourself with like friends, or also I'm seeing like maybe with another guy or another girl, another romantic partner. But this person is very jealous. They're very jealous. I'm shuffling some other cards from my like X-rated deck, so I don't know if I didn't show them, but we did get the Tower, and it's like a scene of jealousy. And yeah, I just sometimes I just shuffle for myself and like read the cards, but I don't show them. I don't know if that irritates you guys, but yeah, this person has a lot of like really sexual fantasies. I was actually going to show these cards, but they kind of pulled out like all the most sexual cards, and I'm just like, wow. I don't want this to turn into like a censored X-rated reading. So this person has a lot of sexual desires, and it's like they definitely think of you being with other people for sure. That's come through in multiple of the cards. So yeah, that's a big fixation for them, is like the idea of you dating someone else. I don't know if you're posting someone else on your social media, but they are for sure very obsessed with that idea. Again, this is a very like jealous Scorpio possessive energy. And they definitely think of you being with someone else, and it definitely irritates them. So I don't know. I feel like some of you are like posting a new partner on social media, and yeah, they're very fixated on that. I feel like they have a lot of fantasies of like busting in the door and like punching out the opponent, and then like being like, you're mine, and like taking you off or taking you into like the back room or something like this. This person is super possessive, and they're very attracted to what you're putting out there on social media, and very like sexually excited by it. So they definitely like your looks, and they're definitely and another card that has to do with like other people. So yeah, they're very aware of or thinking about like a third party or other people or competition, and it's definitely driving them crazy. And so yeah, well, I really hope that helped you guys. Please let me know if it did. Please let me know, because this is definitely an interesting scenario. So I'm for sure interested in the details of this. I post these videos every few days. So if you want to see more, make sure you are subscribed and you like the video and turn notifications on and all of that. And I will be back in a few days for a new video. If you have any reading ideas, as always, drop them in the comments. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next reading, sending you so much love and light, and also encouraging you to keep glowing up on your social media, because again, I love your vibe and it just seems like so much fun. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hello, my lovely pile fours. So if you guys picked this jade heart, this is going to be your reading. I love jade. Such a great crystal, but let's get into what the cards have to say. So I pre-pulled some cards. You guys got the Chariot, the Ace of Cups, the Judgment reversed, Page of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles is reversed, the Ace of Swords, the Six of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles, the Death reversed, the Star, and the Eight of Swords. So I feel like there's a lot of conflicting energy here, first of all. So it's almost like this person has, I feel like, different ideas of you that kind of like war with each other. Like maybe one day they're kind of idealizing you and then the next day they're mad at you, kind of a thing, which I think is an energy we see a lot in breakups and stuff. But I definitely feel like they have a little bit of kind of resentment or different ideas of you, I guess, is what's coming through. So I feel like they on one hand see this side of you that is very sweet, very kind, and very beautiful that they really like, but then they also see a side of you that it's like maybe is like a little bit stagnant or hasn't changed or has been a little bit rigid. It's really interesting because we have a lot of cards about change, but they're all kind of contradicting because we have Death and Judgment reversed, which would symbolize resistance to change, but then we also have the Chariot, which is a lot of change coming in. So I feel like they perceive you as someone who maybe has stayed the same since they met you, or I feel like in a way what I'm getting from Spirit is maybe you've had to fit like a rigid type of situation, like maybe you've had to fit in a certain industry or something, and you can't, post certain things on social media, or you can't act a certain way, so you have to kind of like hide or dim that part of yourself, you know what I mean? That's what I'm guessing, because a lot of these cards kind of, I'm like, I don't know if this even makes sense. And I pre-pulled some other cards. So we got Door to Personal Healing and Happiness, All Tied Up, Hostilities, Woman Holding a Heart. We also got Envy and Broken Heart. And I'm going to pull some more cards. But yeah, so I feel like this person has emotions towards you that definitely vacillate. Like I feel like their feelings were hurt by you or something, or there was some kind of breakup. Oh my God, we just got Adjacent Possibilities, which sums up a lot, because I feel like there's like all these ideas that this person has of you at once, and indecision. So maybe you guys are struggling with a decision or something, or you guys are on kind of a path that could go either way. Like in this, that's like a good visual representation of kind of what I feel like may be happening mentally. But yeah, I feel like this person, like they have this idea of you that they think is different from what you present on social media. Maybe you have to act kind of buttoned up on social media, or you have to act maybe the opposite. Like maybe your social media, you're really wild and you're really crazy and you're really like, kind of like the star. Like maybe you're kind of the center of attention on your social media page, but in person you're very serious, or you're very, buttoned up or something. But I feel like this person, what they say to themselves is that you don't present an honest image of yourself. And again, listen, like I never judge what comes through in these readings, because it's like I wouldn't want someone to ask my ex about their opinion of me and just go off that, like obviously, especially when there's deep emotions, or like feelings of hurt or rejection, someone is going to be like, she's the worst person ever, and what they really mean is like, I was so in love and my heart was broken, so I'm not this is not me saying this about you. This is kind of what this person says. So don't be mad at me, be mad at them. But just throwing that out there, because I hate it when I have to do readings that are like really negative towards a person. Not saying that this person feels really negatively, but I do think they have some hostilities, as we got, and some resentment. So again, you could have really broken their heart or something, but I feel like they feel that you kind of have to act a certain way on social media, and you're almost like trapped in that. So some of you guys might be, like I said, in a traditional career path, or have a traditional family situation or religious background, where it's like you can't act a certain way on social media. Like maybe you like to go out and party and you like to really go wild on the weekends, but you have like a job as an accountant and your boss is really strict and always checks, or you belong to a very strict religious sect or something, and you're not allowed to show that at all. And so, on your social media, you're just kind of like smiling, looking really buttoned up, but in person, you're like a lot wilder. Or maybe it's the opposite. Maybe on social media, you seem like you're the life of the party and you're super wild and, you're always drinking or something, but in person, you're pretty serious, you're down to earth, you're kind of maybe introverted or very quiet. And so this person, I feel like what they're saying is there's some aspect of difference between how you are on social media or how you are in person. So again, I hate giving readings like this, but yeah, like this person has a little bit of like hater energy, to be honest, is what comes to my mind. Like if someone was talking this way about me, I'd be like, you're a hater. I don't like haters around me, and I would maybe even call them out to their face. Not an ex-boyfriend or something, because you don't want to talk to an ex-boyfriend or whatever. But a friend or something, I would be like, you are a hater. What's wrong with you? Why are you being such a hater? Because I do think this person, it's almost like we can all think the worst of someone. We can all look for flaws, and this person is kind of looking for them. So. Yeah, let me get more cards. What does pile 4's person think of their social media? I'm going to use my food deck, which someone suggested, and I absolutely love it. What does pile 4's person think of their social media? I do think that this person, sees that you have like an emotional side that maybe you don't get to show. And we just got King of Sides as I was saying that. So I feel like, yeah, it's like you have these different sides to you, and this person feels like the side they saw doesn't match up with social media. And we just got the split. So exactly, like it's split. There's like a version of you that's the truth. And then this version that you put out on social media is what they're talking about or what they're saying. So, yeah, Ace of Sides, and it's like a thing of salsa. Some of these cards, I'm like, I don't know what that means. I don't know how to interpret it. But, yeah, so I feel like in their mind, I'm almost hearing like it's cheesy. So I feel like, and we just got the queso blanco cheese dip. So, yeah, I feel like sometimes it's like this is like I keep saying it, but it's like hater energy, like it's like, well, they're cheesy. It's like, what's wrong with cheesy? I mean, cheese is delicious and cheesy things can be really fun. But this person kind of is choosing to look at it with a little bit of a negative mindset. So hater energy, I'm just going to keep saying it because I don't want you guys to take it on or take it as me being like, you are really cheesy. I'm not saying that. I'm just, the messenger. I'm just communicating their thoughts and stuff and what they tell themselves, because I think that's also important. Is just because someone says they don't like something doesn't mean it's actually true. A lot of times people will say they don't want something or they don't like something because it's like a cope emotionally for them, and so, yeah, they'll be like, oh, well, that is so tacky or something, but it's because maybe they can't afford it or whatever. And sometimes they do mean it, but I just think, especially when someone's talking about like their ex in a breakup, you always have to take it with a grain of salt, because a lot of times someone is, saying that to make themselves feel better because they're actually in pain. So this person, I feel like you guys have like a cool social media or kind of have a vibe of like being smart on your social media. Like you guys might, I feel like, this is who you are as a person. I don't know. It's hard to say, but I'm getting the vibe of someone who is like very like disciplined, intelligent. You guys might read like the New York Times or read different like intelligent publications, the New Yorker, or you know what I mean, like those kinds of more, I guess, scholarly or just intelligent for lack of a better word, sources. So you guys are kind of, or this is the image you like to present. I don't know which is which, but I feel like this is coming through as like a personality of you guys have some kind of like intelligent, intellectual aspect to you, I guess. And so I'm not sure whether that's in your social media or that's your true self. I feel like it could depend. This group could be divided into. You might be like someone who's super intelligent, who spends all their time like reading books, but on social media, all you're posting is party photos of you like, you know, going out to take shots with your friends. And it's almost like for some reason you feel the need to hide this more intelligent, more cerebral part of yourself. And then I feel like there's another group where it's like more along the lines of you guys are posting, you know, articles from the New York Times to your Instagram page and linking stuff and, you know, kind of, I always think it's funny when people post like breaking news stuff on their social media. Because I'm like, you are not CNN. I'm like, you are not, you know what I mean? You are not like the news source. Like, you are a random friend of mine that has like 40 followers. Like, I'm not like rushing to your social media page to find out. It's not like I hear like breaking news and I'm like, what did Lydia say? Lydia will know. Like, it's like, you know, if you're posting it on social, it's because most of the times when you see those stories, it's like you're going through your stories on Instagram and the person posted like breaking news. And it was like, you see it 6 hours later and by the time you see it, you've already seen like 15 articles about it online or heard it on the radio a million times. So no offense if you guys do that. I just think like that's me being a hater. That's just my opinion. But I just feel like maybe you guys are linking articles or stuff like that. And maybe in real life, you're the kind of person that is like very lighthearted, likes to go out, likes to have a good time, isn't talking about this stuff. But I don't know. I feel like this person, yeah, they see it as they see you as being very like avant-garde, kind of hip, kind of up on things, and very intellectual in like a cool way, in like an up-to-date way. And so either you express that through your social media or not. But I feel like either way, there's just this facade that this person is pointing to. I feel like you guys might also come off as very creative and very and we got mature, which like makes sense to me. As I do more of this reading, I feel like this person, they do have feelings for you. So I feel like, I had an ex like this who was always like hating on me, and it was like I could feel the haterade in the distance. I knew that, whatever I'd post on social media, that he would probably make fun of it with his friends. And I don't know, like it would bother me, but it was almost like the more he hated on me, the more I'd be like, I'm gonna post, 4 photos tonight, and I'm gonna like post all my stories and whatever. And so it's like, the thing is, he felt super deeply about me and was so upset when I broke up with him. And then he turned into like hater as a way to make himself feel better, when we broke up, and I just knew him, and I knew he would be like kind of, and if I posted something on my social media, he'd post the same thing, like something similar a few days later, but like in a mocking way. It was really bizarre. But the point is that what was underlying it was like deep emotion and pain and stuff. And so I feel like again, I am getting cards that this person does have a lot of feelings for you and does view you as very special. So I'm starting, because of course I never know with these cards how they're going to go, but I'm starting to get more of the feeling that this person is hating as a cope. They are not actually meaning this. It's just something they're telling themselves to make themselves feel a little bit better about this situation. Maybe their friends constantly ask about you, and so they have to have some go-to insults of like, oh, she posted this on social media, God, like it's so stupid or something. You know what I mean? Because their friends know that they actually have deep feelings, so they have to like put up a front, kind of a vibe. I don't know, but I feel like, yeah, they they, they're being a little bit of envious of you or whatever you have going on, but they see you as having a very curated image. Like, I feel like you guys probably wear things that are very avant-garde and like a cool, again, I keep getting like an intellectual vibe, like intelligent, hip. Like, you guys aren't posting stuff that's like cringe or embarrassing. It's probably very curated, and probably the stuff you post is very much in line with like, the values you have or an image you would like to put out, but you're not posting like crazy willy-nilly nut stuff. I feel like you guys are posting stuff that's very much in alignment with like long-term stuff that you want to get across about yourselves. So maybe you post about like charitable stuff, or maybe you post about news stories that are really relevant, or maybe you're posting about like art pieces or something, but there's some intellectual aspect to it, and also like, I don't know, what was I gonna say? I kind of lost my train of thought. There's an intellectual aspect to it, and like this hip aspect. Like, I feel like the stuff you're posting, it would work well if you were like a social media manager for a brand or something. Like, people would be like, this is like a cool image that you guys have going on and that you guys are putting out there. You guys are not posting like embarrassing cringe content or just random selfies or like really badly lit photos of food or something. You guys are posting stuff that is like curated, and I feel like this person would tell themselves that it's fake or that it's not genuine. And again, it's because you guys have this very like well thought out image, I guess. And so I think this person, they don't like it. It's almost like they would want it to be like, they have more of a chaotic energy and they would want you to be a little bit more chaotic. And so, yeah, so that's kind of what's coming through. We just got death reversed again. What does pile 4's person think of pile 4? What does the last pile, Jade's person, think of them? What do they think of their social media? What do they think of their social media? Yeah, I feel like this person, like, they like you for who you are or whatever. And it's like they don't like, I guess, the image that, like, I feel like you guys come off very strong on social media, or not strong, but almost emotionally not as, you don't put yourself out there as emotionally. Like, that's what I mean when I say I feel like you guys are more likely, because it's hard to describe like a vibe, like put a vibe in words. It's hard, but I feel like you guys don't put stuff out there. Like, you would be more likely to put out stuff that is intellectual, is creative, is using that part of your brain. You wouldn't necessarily show yourself being like an emotional mess, which why would you? But I feel like that person wants to emphasize that. Like, everything you put out is like careful, like carefully selected. You guys aren't showing yourself of like, showing yourself crying or posting photos of yourself that like you didn't, like, I feel like each thing that you post, you think over, you take time to look at it, to make sure that it looks right and stuff. And so this person, the side they really like of you is like more of your emotional side, like the vulnerable side, like you being very sweet or emotional or upset. That they actually like that. They like to see kind of the like quote unquote weaker side of you. And when you're super tough, which they perceive you as, they don't like that. They want to see you like the more intimate version of you. And so sometimes they resent that you don't put that out there on social media, and the social media is kind of like all business kind of a vibe. Like, I feel like you guys, again, think carefully about what you post. You're not that person to post like a tear-stained selfie. You are more the kind of person to post like a news story or a charity, or you might have like charity links in your bio or something. But I feel like you guys are very careful about making sure that you're not kind of making a fool of yourself on social media. And I think this person would like to see like that more what's the word, like impromptu or like spontaneous side of you. This person really likes that part of you and really wants to see kind of the hidden private, like they see you as someone who a little bit wears a mask or has like a hard exterior. But I think as much as they're saying they don't like that, like they obviously do, because I feel like they look at your social media a lot, and I think that they are very fascinated by you. So it's almost like they're intrigued by the fact that you have this little bit of a mask. And I don't blame you, because I mean, I don't like to post everything to my social media either. I have like 10th house Scorpio, and like I don't like it when people know all my business at all. So I'm totally with you guys and don't blame you one bit for this. But I just think on their end, they would love to see you like more raw, more honest, I guess is the word. I mean, I don't know, because it's like, what do you expect? No one's going to post a photo of themselves like having a meltdown, like, you know, I don't know, maybe you would, but most people don't really want the world to see them that way. So it's a little unreasonable that this person would like to see that from you. So let me get some more cards. How does Pile Force person view them on social media? So we had a few fly out. So we got Star and the Sun. Wow. Fire. So yeah, I feel like this person wants to see the side of you that is more like fiery, more open. Oh, passionate. We just got Tulip, great passion. But yeah, like they want to see that part of you that is very like we also got Ram, that Aries, like a total Aries energy. I feel like that person would want that. And we got Dark Woman. So you guys might have dark hair or darker skin. You know, and if you don't worry about it. And we also got Fair Man, so maybe they have pale skin or hair. But yeah, I feel like this person, like you look like you are headed towards success, and this person, maybe, I don't know, maybe they resent that a little. I just feel like they are talking about like you being fake or something, which again, I don't think is fair, because everyone's a little fake on social media, and you know, rightfully so, because we need to have some of those barriers up. And sometimes, you know, someone won't get a job because, you know, they were posting photos of themselves out drinking or whatever. Like, it's like we do need to manage our social media. And so there's nothing wrong with it. And I feel like you guys do that. And so this person, I don't know why they're so upset by it. Like, honestly, they just need to maybe relax a little and not be like a hater, because I do feel like they're being a temporary hater just because their feelings are hurt or they really put a lot on you. But maybe that makes them feel better to think of like, well, they're lying about their real self. I'm the only one that really knows them. And it's like, well, maybe not. Maybe it's a different side. Maybe, you know, maybe you can be serious on one moment and cry the other, but they're all you know what I mean? We all contain multitudes. So it's okay to show one version of yourself on social media and have a different version among your close friends or your boyfriend or your family. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, that's healthy in a way, because, you know, it's good to have boundaries up of like, I'll show this person this, I'm not going to show that person that. So yeah, this person, I feel like they kind of are talking about you being fake. I feel like in a way they're just mad because you have a really good social media presence that you really do a good job of handling, and you're a very good communicator. And so this person doesn't really, like, I think this might just be some jealousy on their end, or, you know, it's like a justification for them because they don't really have that much to hate on, because it's not like you guys are emotionally out of control, or you guys are, you know, you don't have that many flaws, I feel like, in a way, or like not ones that are coming up during this reading at least. So because you guys are so in control, this person has to find something to justify, because I feel like for those of you guys who are in separation, you know, we all have to find things that, like, even if you're in love with someone, that's literally an exercise you're supposed to do to get over someone, is like list flaws. So I feel like this person is trying to kind of move past you. So maybe they look to this as like see they're a real fake, and they just, it's not necessarily authentic on their end either, because I think they really like this about you, and they see you as very mature. So we also got older woman, and I feel like you guys just have a vibe of being a lot more mature, that you guys aren't like wild, you guys aren't crazy, you guys are very smart about what you put out there, and very careful about making sure that everything you put out is not going to like cause you trouble or get you in trouble. And I actually think some of that might cause you some anxiety, but it's like you're like a social media manager, like a professional at it. Like, what kind of things to post, what kind of things not to post, what kind of things to keep private, and you guys stick to that really well and really easily. So your social media is kind of on point. And again, I feel like this person maybe talks about it being fake, or in their mind it's not honest, or it's kind of stagnant. But I think that, I don't know. It doesn't necessarily read as fake to me. I feel like, they're also talking about that maybe you like haven't changed, or you kind of stayed the same, and that there hasn't been like the forward momentum that they had thought there would be with you, I guess. But I don't know what to think about it. I feel like you guys have a really good system for yourselves worked out, and this person, maybe they have more of a chaotic presence on their social media, or they're just more the type to post whatever they want, whereas you guys are a little more careful, and you guys like to make sure everything is kind of planned out, that it looks okay, that it looks right, that it's not craziness, or that it's not going to get you in trouble or whatever. And I feel like this person maybe looks down on that, or talks about that you're not being honest. But I don't know. It's a little strange that this person is so obsessed with this, I guess. So let me get some astro dice. How does Pile Forest person see them? So we got Scorpio, we got Venus, and we got the third house. So I'm hearing in my mind, as I was spinning those, I'm hearing you're not all that. So again, I think this person thinks of you as being full of yourself, or as being like very smug or something, and they're being very critical of that. So again, I hate to even say this. I hate readings like this where someone's being really rude, because I don't want anyone to take it personally. We should always, as my grandmother would always tell me, consider the source. She would always tell me that when I was like, this person doesn't like me. She would say, consider the source, which is like kind of a funny saying, the way she says it, at least. But it's like, yeah, we have to think about what someone's intentions are. And if this is someone you broke up with, or someone that you like left behind, then maybe they're going to be a little salty. And it's definitely worth considering that, rather than taking it all in and being like, well, it's the truth. Well, they must mean it. Well, it's like, that's stupid, because, if they're committed to misunderstanding you, then there's really no point in, spending any of your time thinking about them. So we got the third house, which is Mercury and Gemini, and rules communication. And again, I feel like you guys are really good communicators. You guys use your Instagram and social media to communicate certain things, and you do a really good job of it. You're just really excellent at that. You guys might have like a very well curated Instagram, or a lot of followers, or have a lot of people who like you, and so yeah, don't take that on, don't take the haterade on, throw the haterade out, because we don't want to be drinking that in and absorbing it. You guys also got Venus and Scorpio, so this definitely has Scorpio vibes. Scorpios, the low vibrational Scorpios, can be very possessive and very vengeful, and so I love my Scorpios. I'm a Pisces, so Pisces and Scorpios, we just always gravitate towards each other. And I'm not trying to hate on Scorpios, but just the lower vibration Scorpios can be vengeful, and like, if I can't have you, no one will, or like, I'm gonna get back at you. And I feel like that's this kind of energy. We also got Venus, which is love. And yeah, I get a lot of feeling that this person did have feelings for you, and saw you as like the center of their world, and really, might still communicate with you in the astral realm and stuff. So I feel like the attitude they have towards your social media. It might also be just because you guys communicate on the astral realm and stuff, and they don't feel like the version of you they see on the astral realm comes through in your social media. But I mean, again, that makes sense because we act differently around different people. I mean, I'm a mutable sign, so I act way differently with different people. But I think it's very healthy to act one way to like your teacher at school and one way to act to your boyfriend. I mean, hopefully you wouldn't treat them the same. You'd get in a lot of trouble if you were, calling your teacher a pet name or something weird. Like, yeah, that would be really bizarre and it would be really unprofessional to act that way. And so that's the thing, is it's totally normal that we're going to put a professional front out on Instagram, or we're going to be very careful about how we present ourselves on TikTok or whatever. And it doesn't mean that we're like a fake, dishonest person. It just means that we're being thoughtful. And I feel like that comes across with you. You guys are thoughtful. You're very intelligent. You're very measured and very careful about how you express things. And again, that's a good thing. And Spirit's kind of acknowledging it, that you have a lot of intelligence in that area. And you're very wise about how you go about it. And so that is an advantage, and you shouldn't let anyone make you feel differently about that. We don't have to be posting like crazy stuff of ourselves, to be honest. We can show ourselves in whatever light we want to, and not everyone has to have access to like your deepest, darkest secrets or desires or whatever. Like, we can save those for certain people that we feel safe with and show the world, maybe one side of us that's more professional or just more disciplined or whatever. It's totally fine. Or maybe we're going through depression, but we post photos of ourselves smiling. There's nothing wrong with that. It's whatever we feel comfortable with. So I feel like this person, this is like, again, what I'm getting is like, this is like a cope they tell themselves because they feel very upset over losing you, but it's a lot easier for them to tell themselves like, well, she was fake anyway or whatever, than being like, I'm really upset that I missed out on this person. So I think that this is a very common reaction when there is a breakup that someone has a hard time processing, that they turn it into kind of hating on the person, or telling everyone like, I was never into her, I don't care at all. And it's not honest. So don't take this personally or take it on as like, well, they really hate me. It's like, no, they're just pretending. I mean, they're just acting that way. Like I said, my ex, who was like the most into me, was the one who was like hating on me hard afterwards and would like barely speak to me. And it was so weird. And I took it on when I was younger. And now I'm like, I know exactly what that was. Come on. So, and I mean, yeah. So the point is that don't take this as like a personal thing. I feel like this person, maybe block them. I wouldn't want their energy looking at me. It's like, you can get yourself together and stop putting out the haterade, and then you can have access to my Instagram again. You know what I mean? But I think this person, it's the kind of energy where I feel like they're going to mature in a few years. Well, I hope so. And realize that, they were hating for their own sadness and their own cope because they couldn't deal with losing you. And they'll probably have a very different reaction to the stuff you put out. Because to me, it looks like you guys are curating things really well. You guys are managing your social media and making it look really beautiful. And that's a beautiful thing. I mean, you're also creative, and, we can use social media as an art form to express whatever version of ourselves. I feel like that's what you guys are doing. So if this person has a problem with it, that's on them, and you guys should definitely not take it on or at all absorb it. Just keep doing what you're doing because it's really beautiful. And this person is very much motivated by love for you, and they're just exhibiting it in a very like dysfunctional way, but their emotions are kind of jealousy from loss and stuff. So yeah, don't take it on. I just hope you guys won't take it on, because consider the source, as my grandmother says. Consider the source and know where it came from. So I really hope that helped you guys. Please let me know if it resonated. and don't take it on, just take it as a compliment, because when you have a hater, you're doing something right. And I feel like you guys are on a trajectory to success, and you guys have a lot of people really liking your social media. So don't take anyone jealous and don't take their opinion on. But yeah, please let me know if it helped, guys, and make sure to like and subscribe and turn on notifications. I post every few days, so if you want to see more videos, make sure you're subbed. I hope you guys have an amazing day, sending you so much love and light, and I will be back soon with another video. So I will see you then. Bye.